All right. Welcome back to the Pink Elephant, guys. I am Shanay. And if this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. And if you are back again, thank you so much for being back. I love you for it. So, the last episode, I shared with you guys a lot about me, my background, just giving you some insight to who is Shanay, who am I, who is the Pink Elephant, how did this happen? So if you listen to that episode or watch that episode, then hopefully you have a better understanding of who I am and this voice behind the microphone. Today, I want to share some good news with you guys in terms of the Pink Soirée. Before I talk about the good news, I want to give insight to the Pink Soirée event. So, the Pink Soirée is an event that I am hosting here in Charleston, South Carolina on April 27th. And the event is to amplify and highlight women owned businesses, okay, and entrepreneurs. Super duper excited about this because y'all, like, I am an advocate for women, for being confident. The Pink Elephant brand is all about how do you stand in who you are and be comfortable and confident and embrace every single part of you as a woman, right? Like, it's okay to be different. I remember, growing up, you try your best to fit in. You try your best to make sure you say the right things, wear the right things, do the right things, hang out with the right people, all these things. But I think now more than ever, as I've grown older, I've realized the power behind just really, truly just letting yourself shine through in every way, in every form. First of all, you're respected for it. Secondly, you can be comfortable in your skin. Third, you're gonna always leave an impression on the people that are around you. And I think that that's really, really powerful. So be who you are, take up space in this world, be the pink elephant in every single space. Don't worry about trying to tone it down. Just be exactly who you are, and all the things will fall into place. So that is my motto as the pink elephant. With that being said, I'm super excited to bring women and men together for this event so that we can really truly celebrate these women entrepreneurs and these businesses, highlight them, maybe grow some partnerships, collaborations afterwards, just by meeting different people. A lot of times we feel like we can't reach out to people, but a lot of us, we're doing ourselves a disservice by feeling like, oh, I don't want to reach out, I don't know what they're going to say. You might miss out on the opportunity because 9 times out of 10, if that woman is like in her own lane, owning who she is, and is a boss in her own right, she ain't gonna do nothing but be like, girl, let's talk about it. Like, let's collab. Let's think about how we can work together. And it's going to help give you the answers that you might not have for what you're trying to do. So I am hoping that you are able to attend. Go ahead and grab your tickets. The tickets are $20. Visit www.thepinkelephantbyshanay.com to grab your tickets. All right. Now for the news. You guys, I am extremely, extremely excited, and I am honored to say that Palmetto Goodwill has chosen to partner with the Pink Elephant for the Pink Soirée, and they are one of our partners for this event. Yay! I'm super excited. I hope I can add some applause right there so that you guys can feel the energy about that. Like, y'all, this is such a huge deal for me. All right. So, like you all who might watch me on Facebook or see me on Instagram or who know me personally, y'all know, like, I just popped out on social media, and I say just because now, it feel like it's been just a moment ago, but now it's been about, maybe a year or two. But I'm just now kind of coming out on social media, finding my lane, finding my voice, embracing my passion of speaking to people and helping people, connecting with different women, creating environments that are safe. And so, with that being said, this is a huge deal that I've been able to partner with a major corporation such as Palmetto Goodwill. Big, big, big deal. Okay, so on the surface, huge, huge deal. And if you have seen the flyers and the advertisements for the Pink Soirée, you know that I am going to be going into Goodwill to curate looks that are affordable and still fashionable because, y'all, some of the best pieces come from thrifting. Okay, I've gotten a Duty and Burke purse out of Goodwill. Okay, back when I was in, I think, high school. So shout out to my friends from high school when we used to go thrifting. That was fun. So I'm really, really, really excited about what's going to come of that experience of going in and shopping with Goodwill. Shout out to Goodwill for providing the funds to do that. I think it's super dope that they believe in the mission of the Pink Soirée, as well as my mission as the Pink Elephant, to continue to promote women and empower women and to strengthen us and to help us embrace every single side of us. You can be fashionable. All right. I love fashion. And you guys know I've shown you expensive pieces, from my Dior sunglasses to a $20 fine that I've gotten from Target. Like, I'm all about finding something that makes you feel great. So being expensive does not always mean you getting the best, product. You can find those gems. I love finding those little gems, okay, by going into the store. So with that, shout out to Palmetto Goodwill. I love and appreciate your efforts in supporting women within the community. All right. But let me talk about a little bit more, like in depth, about what it is that I really, really appreciate about Goodwill. All right. So you guys know I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was raised by a single mother. She had 3 children. So it was my brother, my sister, and then me. I am the youngest of 3 in that household. And I also have an older brother, an older half brother who love. Okay. So in our household, though, my mom had 3 of us, and she did not have a lot of money. I watched my mom go from having a job that made, I think, about maybe $30,000, to working her way to a different career, studying for tests, getting certified in insurance, to work for TIAA Craft in Charlotte, and moving us out of the situation that we were in to buying a home. I probably would know nothing or even have the aspiration of buying a home if it weren't for me seeing my mom work hard to get to what she wanted and to have that for her children. So I appreciate all that my mom showed me through her strength and her triumphs and her failures and her, uh, I guess, her determination to get us to a better place in life and in the neighborhood. Like, literally moved us out the hood. Okay. All right. But the other side of that, y'all, my mom was a fashionista. Okay. My mama could dress. And I know everybody thinks the world of their moms, right? But y'all, my mama really could dress. Like, she was so fat. I remember sitting with her, or sitting in her room as she was putting on her clothes for work, and she just was a bad woman. Okay, like, she just was so fly. My mama wore heels. I'm 30 something years old. What am I, 32, 33? I think I'm 33. I'm 33 years old, and sometimes I gotta make a decision. Like, do I want to wear these heels? It wasn't no decision for my mama. She wore heels every day to work. Every day. And my mom was super short, so she was very, very petite. She was about maybe maybe 5'1", maybe 5'2". She was short, okay? But she would put on her dresses, her heels, match up her accessories. She was just a star. A star, okay, a star, just a gem. Even down to when my mom passed away and was in chemo and radiation, all the things, she still managed to be fashionable. And I'll try to find some pictures when I post this podcast episode to show you guys my mom's fashion, from back in the day to even when she got sick, just to show you how, like, everything and all the things about who I am is so honest. It's so honest, because I learned it from my mom. And so shout out to my mom. I am not going to cry on here today. Y'all know I am not scared to cry on this podcast, but I'm not going to do it today. But with that, though, my mom had to find the best ways, or the cost effective ways, to keep us as her children dressed and looking nice and looking neat. And it was often through Goodwill. So my mom would go in Goodwill, okay? And if you've ever been in Goodwill, you know you got to hunt down those pieces, all right? It's not always like right there. You got to hunt them down. My mom would go in Goodwill, come out with bags of clothes, and get them clothes freshened up, and press together, put the pieces together, and have us looking amazing. Okay. Now this is 3 kids. So my brothers and my sisters, we're all 13 months apart. So that's September, October, November. That's how our birthdays fall. We're all 13 months apart. So we were all growing up together, and we were like a lot. Okay. I have 3 kids now. But looking at my mama with us back to back, I'm like, how in the world did she do it? Okay, how, mom? Because you crazy, girl. So, like I was saying, shout out to my mom for having the 3 of us and managing that. But the thing that I most admire was the fact that she always did what she had to do to keep us looking good. And that was the way that I learned that cost is not a reason to not take care of yourself or not to feel and look your best in your clothes. Yes, I think a lot of us would like to be able to go into any type of Neiman Marcus or any store and be able to grab the pieces that have a personal stylist that can grab the pieces for us and wear Dior or wear, um, whatever other brand that you love, okay? But not it's not all the time that we can do that. And honestly, should we really do that? Because one thing that I do admire about thrifting is that one, it's cost effective. Two, it's environmentally friendly because we are recycling those clothes through the different bodies and uses, you know what I mean, different styles and wardrobes. And three, it allows for your creativity to come through. A lot of us are afraid to get creative and bold with our choices in fashion, right? But when you go into a Goodwill, you really are channeling your inner creativity as well as your eye to find the pieces, to hunt down the gems. And it's not for everybody. I'm not going to say going and thrifting is for everybody. I know I have my days where I don't even feel like looking through no racks. I just want to order something. But I have times where I really am looking for a unique style and I'm looking for a unique look. And to go into a thrift store and to be able to come out with something that's just like literally only yours, I think is super dope. So I learned that early on from my mom, just that you are the style. What you wear is it speaks about who you are. You get a chance to really like say from your clothes, this is me and I'm creative and I am able to show you through my creativity what I want you to see from my clothing. I hope that makes sense. I love when I see someone who I might not like what they're wearing, right? I might not think it's cute. But I love the creativity behind it because guess what? Whatever they saw in their mind and they put it together with clothing and were bold enough to wear it and own it. And I just think it's something powerful to be able to put on something that might not be something that someone else would wear, but it's something that you definitely love and it speaks to who you are. I think that's super dope. And I want us to also expand our minds beyond always thinking like that's ugly or that doesn't look right. Because says who said that you get to decide what's fashion for me, right? And so now I have a even more um I have a heightened respect and a greater respect for fashion just by really understanding and studying and myself, right? As I look into myself, the things that I have in my closet, there are things that I would look at now in my closet and would never wear again. It was a moment, it was a good moment, I had fun with it, but now it's time to get rid of it. So I think we should look at fashion as a way to explore, right? Explore who you are in that season. That season might change. Your style could change. Be open to changes. And I think going to a thrift store and having fun is a great way to do that. So I am super duper excited about going into the Palmetto Goodwill stores here in Charleston, South Carolina, maybe even in Columbia when I have to go down there to find some unique pieces. And I'm really excited about what will come out of it. And so I want to dedicate this episode to my mother, Joan. You were the fabulous fashionista that just, I could never, okay? I could never, but I will always attempt to do what you do in terms of stepping out, honey. And then I also want to shout out again, Palmetto Goodwill. Thank you for your efforts to continue to put back into the community and to support the community and to support women-owned businesses. So shout out to you, Palmetto Goodwill. And you guys, I hope you love this episode. If you love this episode, make sure you drop me some hearts, drop some comments, share this episode with someone else, and stay tuned for those looks. If you haven't gotten your ticket, grab your ticket now, okay? Because I do not want you to miss out on the vibes that will be created at the Pink Soirée. But until then, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.